Hi everyone, it's Rachael Smith with Remax up in Big Bear. Today I'm going to walk you through 1040 West Rainbow. Come check this one out. Okay, so here we are at 1040 West Rainbow. We are on the corner of Rainbow and Gildart over in Big Bear City. We're going to be looking at a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 840 square foot, built in 1965. It looks to me like it's going to be a Sierra style on the inside, and I just say that because of these peaks right here. So anytime you see like a rectangle with a peak, that is going to be a Sierra style, just like the one next door to it. And then over here we have what we would call a gambrel. So just a quick little turn around. This way is going to go deeper into Big Bear City. This way is going to go towards Big Bear Boulevard. And then you can almost see the snow play right here. So that's going to be Division, and that'll take you to the Oktoberfest right there, so which would be great for Oktoberfest, September, October, and then also farmers markets. Property lines, no markers really on this. Going to be somewhere around where that pole's falling down. Kind of desert scape. This is what a lot of properties end up doing in Big Bear, just because it's just easier to maintain it that way. So a lot of people are starting to put some astroturf in and things like that. This one is listed with our office, my friend Nick LeBate. Definitely, I think, priced very well, being $350. I just put another one in escrow around the same price that also had a garage and was 5,000 square foot. So I'm just kind of walking the perimeter of the property. This is going to be the back deck, which we'll get out to soon, and then we'll go through the garage as well, assuming we can get in there. But it is a 1-car garage. Property line going to be over here as well. So one thing to note, you do have the tree right here off the garage. So you wouldn't want to back straight in and out, but I think any driver would know that. Check out that tree leaning towards that neighbor's house. That's a big tree. So tons of parking. So you got parking in the garage, outside the garage, beside the garage, on the side of the street, in the front of the house, all kinds of parking. And so this one, being a Sierra style, typically these are really great for primary homes, definitely good for secondary homes, and quite an easy floor plan for a vacation rental too, because it's going to be all single story once you get inside. Just 2 steps up and you're in. And so deck needs a little bit of love to it. The paint on the house itself is in pretty good shape. I'm not really seeing too much chip paint on the kind of orangish color, but the greenish, maybe a little bit of work, and definitely a little bit of work on the deck, but not the worst thing in the world. That's an easy thing. And honestly, I would think about even expanding the deck even more if you wanted to. So let's go on inside. Okay, so one thing is we do need a door replacement. It looks like definitely broken glass right here. Yeah, that's not what that was gonna be like, designed to be like. But here we are in this Sierra style house. So what you have in a Sierra style house is an open living room, dining room, kitchen, that bedroom, bathroom on the other side. So this one is super adorable. I love that retro dining room table. That is probably my favorite piece so far. So coming in, we've got kind of vinyl flooring at the entryway. We do have a nice carpet. So carpet itself is actually in really, really good shape, I can tell so far. Windows are going to be single pane, and we do have a nice kind of just like a woodsy look all the way around. But as you know from my past videos, a lot of paneling, but all this paneling matches. And then we also have the tongue and groove vaulted ceilings. So coming in, We have kind of like a hallway to come down. We do have bedroom, bathroom, and then, but I'm going to walk through the main part of the house first. So coming through to the living room, it definitely just looks like they use it as a second home. I don't so far see any signs of like rental in here. Like usually you'll see orders and instructions on things like do this, take your trash here, make sure you turn the heat to this, yada, yada, yada. So none of that. Just kind of a nice cozy living room. And then we've got our fireplace, TV mounted up above. You could probably go a little bit bigger to cover up these plugs. And then we have the live edge wood mantle with like a nice stacked stone brick looking fireplace. I like that. This is definitely to code nowadays because they have made it to where it's 18 inches. And this one definitely meets that. A very large, you could have a barn burner in there. And then we do have our gas key right here. And reminder, if you're doing your floors, don't cover up your gas key because people have done that. And so our heating source is going to be the wall heater. That's going to be the heating unit for the whole house. We do have like an exhaust fan, which if you hit this light is going to draw the heat into these two bedrooms, especially if the doors are closed. We do have this in here. This is in pretty excellent shape. It's like a diner, large dining table, from a 50s diner, kind of like a leather, orangey leather, and then a Formica countertop on the table. But this looks mobile. I mean, it's not built in. I can pick that up. So it's awfully big, for the 4 people that are going to be sitting in here. It is really big. Honestly, if it were me, I would probably, I don't know. It's a tough one. I was thinking you could maybe push it back some. But it's in its final resting place for now. We do have a little rodent issue. It looks like they caught a little guy not too long ago, which isn't uncommon. We have had a year of mice this year. So it seems to calm down. I'm not seeing them much anymore. Maybe there was just an influx of them being born. Here we are in the kitchen. Nice fridge. Good storage up above. Storage beside it. Probably get some sort of finish work here. Almost reminds me of like where this dining table would have come from. And then we have a full-size oven. Range up top. And then back here, we can go outside, so we'll do that last. Pink tile counters, cast iron sink. Cabinets are in pretty good shape, like they're just pretty cabin basic. This is like a Formica on top of that. Microwave up there. Good luck getting to that. Probably put it down here, mount it right here. And then we do have a dishwasher, which is kind of uncommon in Sierra style houses. You don't see too many that do have dishwashers, so excellent that they do have it. So coming down, we'll go kind of stay right and go in this direction. We do have access to the attic right here. We do have storage here. It's in pretty good shape. This one's going to be our water heater that definitely needs, I'd have to check the age of that, but it needs a pan at the bottom. And then our bathroom. So coming into the bathroom, we go back to that vinyl flooring, which is basically kind of just like that. These have all been like kind of painted. I imagine this thing is not quite really built in, but the flooring was done up to that point. Just interesting. Got some stencil art. And then we have kind of like a complementary to the kitchen. It's a green kind of mint instead of a pink. And I actually did good green. It's really pretty, really clean, really good shape, pretty timeless. Especially if you changed all the fixtures around it. I think it would just be nice. Cast iron. And then we've got the toilet back here. Nice, clean. And then we've got bedroom number 1. We do have popcorn ceilings in here, so one thing to note, all paneling on all 4 walls. We do have that is coming in from that exhaust fan. So it's not central heating, which is what a lot of people would think when they see those vents. It's just something kind of being spitting the heat in here. We have one of the hardest beds. I think, oh, I actually like that. It's a very hard bed. Probably a double, I think. Could easily get a king in here, especially if you forego some of the furniture. We do have a closet right here, a little dark. Do have a rod, but it's pretty deep. So you could get quite a bit of storage in there, including this piece if you wanted to. And then coming along the hallway, we will go into bedroom number 2. And this one is slightly larger. I would say more of like the master. Good lighting in here. As far as like natural sunlight, you can see that there are no like lights wired in here themselves. So there is that. This is a queen size bed, just as hard. I mean, that is, wow, that is one of the hardest beds I've ever felt in my life. Very curious about that. And then a similar size closet. As you can see, the dresser is in here. It is 3 doors deep. So good amount of storage. And this is what I mean by like you could live here, is because you have a lot of space to live here. It looks like we had a door jamb break right here, but that's not the end of the world. That's a repair that I could do. And then let's go check out the back. So this one's going to be like a 3-4 minute walk to the convention center, about a 3-5 minute drive to Von Stater Brothers, about maybe 5-minute drive to Bear Mountain, and then probably about 6-7 minutes to the Village and Snow Summit. So nice sunny deck back here. This is Trex decking. So this one you can tell was like recently-ish done. We did make a little area for seating right here. We do have gutters. And it looks like, from what I can tell, is one roof on there right now. So if you ever needed another roof, you could get another layer up there. Little stairs down. I'm going to show you the side of the house. And then I wanted to, yeah, the roof itself looks like it's probably done in the last like 7 to 10 years, I would think, just because it's got that like greenish black color, which is what they did 5 to 7 years ago, or 7 to 10 years ago. And you could potentially put up a fence in between you and the neighbor's home right here too. So let's go inside the garage area that was converted. So this is just like another sleeping area room. So I know there's power. We have carpet, we have paneling, but what I can tell you that you're not going to be able to see from the video is it's a bit cold in here. It is extremely cold. It's well done, but this is not to code. This is not permitted. It is just a space that I would use for like a game room or something like that. But as far as like people sleeping out here, you have to see if there's any Oh, they do have this little heater back here, but you'd want to get that on because it's freezing back here. So nice little surprise that we didn't know about. And then let's go over to the main part. Here is the garage. And so opening it up, here is what we have as far as like what's left of the garage. It would be easy to demo it and just take it back to a garage if that is what you wanted. We do have a spring-loaded garage, so not an auto one. They just kind of use it for storage and like more like a shed, I guess you could say, is what they're using this for. Got the old fridge in here, old TV, but just behind that wall is that room back there. So kind of whatever you want. So that is it for our tour of 1040 West Rainbow, $349.9. Let me know what you think. It is their second time on the market, and they just reduced it once they relisted it this go round. So, all right, talk to you soon. Bye.